What's up, YouTube? So, Jonathan back again. Yes, I am using my better camera this time. So, everybody's been asking why I quit my job a couple years way back. To pursue and to move forward in my brand. So, we were talking about, I was working for a company a couple years way back, and I was in home health care, and I was working with the company, and I was moving up and moving up. I got about I left about a couple years back, and then went back with them, and then they gave me two extra raises, and then I got another raise on top of that, and I was making pretty good money, and I was working about 80 hours a week on top of that. So I was working 6 in the morning to 8 at night, Monday through Friday, Monday through Sunday, and I had no days off unless I would go overtime. But there's no such thing as going overtime with these companies, because some companies, they don't tolerate overtime. But that's what happened. So I left this job, and I wanted to pursue, because I decided to quit with them and leave them after all the years. It was kind of a heartache, working for a company, working 6 in the morning to 8 at night. You know, it would be nice to have a job, 9 to 5, because that's really what you want to work, is a job 9 to 5, and it pays you good, and that's a good job. The job was paying pretty good. I was getting really good money with the company, but so I decided to leave them, and then I went to go jump on, and I went to go help out Lexus, because they needed some help. So I went to go help out Lexus in Tucson, and gave them a hand, and then after that I left them because they were no good. Really, they're no good unless you know what you're doing. But after that, I jumped on with transportation. And when I jumped on with transportation, I jumped on with one of the biggest car companies in Tucson, Yellow Cab, in 2016. And that's when I got my big break. So when I jumped on with Yellow Cab in Tucson, Arizona, I started the first day, and then I got my training, and then I started on with them. And in the first whole day, I made about $500 cash. Okay, because they don't pay you checks. This is not an actual job. You're an independent contractor, and you're your own boss. So I was on a long run with Yellow Cab, making money. Getting paid $200 a day, because that's the farthest you can cash out. You can make a lot more money, but that's how much money you can cash out in cash a day. You can make almost $600 in one day, but you can only cash out $200 a day, because they don't have that kind of money to give you all that money up front. But on top of that, so I was with Yellow Cab for 3.5 years, working with them. I was building a Yellow Cab brand with Yellow Cab in Tucson. So when we began to do that, and we got really we got involved in all that, we were it was pretty good. So the money was good, the hours were great, because you built your own schedules. You work when you wanted to work, and you get off whenever you wanted to get off. So I built the Yellow Cab brand with them, and then after that, a year later, I became an owner operator, and bought a car off Yellow Cab, and bought the car from Phoenix, Arizona, from one of the biggest fleets in Phoenix, Arizona. Because in Phoenix, Arizona, I think they have about 500 Yellow Cab cars in Phoenix, Arizona. So I was in the long run with Yellow Cab, and I was making about $4,000 a month. No taxes. They don't take out taxes. You do taxes at the end of the year. So you would rather when you do your taxes in a year, you might as well do the miles, because when you do the miles, they give you a big tax break, and you don't have to pay no taxes at the end of the year. So when you do a 200,000 miles a year in mileage, you get a $50,000 tax break with the IRS. So I became an owner operator, because Because usually yellow cab drivers, they usually pay $600 to $500 a week for their car. Um, yeah, so that's about 560 plus 600 for their Priuses or whatever, however they do their business. Because you're paying for what you're really paying for is the equipment and all that, and for the cars and the insurances and all that. So after that, when I became an owner operator and paid off the car, I was only paying $400 a month. I mean $400 a week for the car, just for the insurance and stickers, because DOT is very strict in how you have your cars and where you get them maintained. So thank goodness I knew how to do that and work on my own cars. So I had to loop through all that and did my own receipts and all that for the car, and I did my own oil changes. And usually Yellow Cab would give me oil all the time, so I would just get like a 5-gallon bucket of oil and put it all in there and just pump it when I need 5 quarts or 6 quarts of oil for the car. On top of that, I was it's a really good job. If you ever know anybody that's working, I think it's a little better than Uber and Lyft. I can't say I have not ever worked for them, but I do know from my perspective that they don't have a good reputation for their brand. So other than that, Yellow Cab doesn't have a bad reputation for their brand. So that's the things you gotta look at, because Lyft is a little better than Uber. Uber is alright, but Uber's not a big time leader, because Lyft is gonna be dominating Uber soon. The only reason Uber's up in there is because Uber has drones in Dubai. But other than that, Uber had self-driving cars and they shut them down here in the U.S. So you gotta look into that stuff and know what you're getting into with Uber. And then Uber, you have to get a lot of different inspections done in cars and a lot more stuff. And if you use your own personal car, then you're responsible. If you don't have a backup account for your car, if you don't have like $2,000-3,000 backing up your car in case it breaks or something, then you're kind of screwed and you're out of business. So, and the nice thing about Yellow Cab had a backup account for you, so you could build your money. You want to put $50 in there every week, and something happens, you need to get tires or something. There you go. So that's the big plus about Yellow Cab. There's no taxes, nothing like that. And at the time, when I was working with Yellow Cab, I was building my brand still with YouTube. I've been with YouTube for 9 years. We've been building, but we haven't been productive enough with YouTube. So that's why I'm letting you guys know. If you guys are like thinking about quitting your job and you're having a hard time with management and workers and you just can't get along with people, and you're thinking about being a YouTuber and building your brand, maybe you need to just go for it and build your brand, because maybe you might fall or maybe you might go viral. You never know what's going to happen out there for you. But I'm just letting you know, from my perspective, is that build your brand, man. If you really want to be a YouTuber and build your brand, I don't see anything but just to try doing it, so you can know that you're going to build your brand. And on top of that, in building your brand, the greatest thing is that, is to push forward. You need to put 2 videos out a day, 3 videos a day. Keep dropping videos a day. It's all about your status, because your status could be down here and your status goes up here. It's all about the views. Not really about the views, It's not really about the subscribers, because you can make money off YouTube for just views, really. Subscribers are just people that are loyal and they want to follow your page and they want to know what's going on in your page. So just to let you guys know, that's why I moved forward and I didn't want to work for any bosses and deal with any management, because I dealt with management before here in Tucson, and they think they know a lot of things, but And you don't want to work for a job that you can't work overtime, because then you're not really going to make any money here in Tucson. And I'm just being honest with you, because I used to work for Fry's and them, and they pay alright, but they don't really take care of their customers, insurance wise and otherwise. That's why you gotta buy your own insurance and stuff. But other than that, working with Yellow Cab, it's a really good gig to get on with. They do pay really good, because when you're working with cash and you're working with a Uber, no matter what, even if a person cancels, they still give you like $10 for the person. But that's only $10, and at least the insurances, when you get paid with the insurances, if it's a $50, $60 call, you still get paid with that insurance company, and that's how they work. But other than that, I'm not working with Yellow Cab anymore, but they are a great company. I could just say that I am down right now, because I've been going to surgery a lot, and I'm getting prepared to come back. But other than that, I'm still building my brand, um, and we're being really productive, and we've really been pushing through this year. We have 2 films we're going to be filming this. We're filming 1 film this summer. It's a series. It's My Family Life. You guys could check it out on Blue Universal Headquarters Culprit, Blue Universal Films on YouTube. Other than that, you can go to facebook.com/Blue Film Productions, and you could find stuff in there about our page. Other than that, guys, if you guys are having a hard time working and you just don't want to work and you're looking to build your brand, to tell you, you rather just work a part-time job, build your brand on YouTube, and just go for it, because you never know, you might make it in there, make it really big. Blue Universal Headquarters, we've been well known in the Tucson area since I was working with Home Depot years ago, because Home Depot advertised my song when I sang one of my songs, and that's what got me really big and well known in the Tucson, Arizona area. So that's why everybody knows my brand. So that's what's really big. And Tucson's not just a little town that you think it is. The Tucson's really huge city. On top of that, if you guys want to be a YouTuber and you want to move up, you need to go about it. You need to learn how to do your thumbnails. You need to know what you're going to talk about. You need to know what you're going to do and what your page is going to be for. Like Blue Universal Films, we are a filming production. We film short films to movies. We do music, and we are getting into product reviewing, because that's what I want to do, is product reviewing on products that are good and that are not good. So next time you guys see me here on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We need at least 30 followers, and we need people to subscribe. Help support our channel, and we'll see you guys next time on the new vlog, when I vlog again. And stay tuned for the films. We did release them. You guys could check them out. My Family Life and The Family Man 2. Thank you guys, and have a great day. I hope you guys found what you guys were looking for here. I hope this was explaining details, because number one, you need to figure out, if you want to quit your job. I didn't just quit my job to quit my job. I quit my job because I knew what I was doing, and I knew what I wanted to do. I worked so many jobs in the past year since I was 16, so I have a lot of different experiences in different trades, so it's a pretty good deal for me. So I'm moving, and I'm making my brand, and we're gonna be talking about different stuff. And on the next video I'm working on, I forgot what the video was gonna be like, but I will be putting another video out soon. So stay tuned on that, and we'll be talking more about different things and how to build and how to grow your page on YouTube and Facebook and especially Instagram. So stay